All right, let's see here, folks. I think everything started. Well, hey there, folks. I'm Meteorologist Matt Barrentine here in our Fox 10 Gulfstream Digital Center here. I'm kind of laughing because I messed things up earlier. I should have been on a while ago. But there's a lot of buttons here, and I tend to get a bit confused. All right, so let's get into this here for you. It's obviously hot. It is stinking hot across much of the area right now. 94 in Leakesville and Evergreen, 92 in Mobile, 91 in Pensacola, 93 in Bay Minette, 93 as well in Chatham and Grove Hill. So some really hot temperatures that we're having to deal with out there. Let's throw this up here for you. The old feels like temperatures, the heat index, and 103 is what it feels like in Mobile. It feels like 105 in Lucedale, 106 in Atmore. That Milton number, probably should just take this one off the map here. The Milton number is not good. It's a calibration issue they have over there at that one, so that one's not a good number. Probably the same deal in Calvert. It's not 116 in Calvert, at least what it feels like. It's probably more like 107 or so. Obviously, it's still really hot, regardless of some bad calibration on a couple of the sites. It's still really, really hot. And the reason why it's been so hot lately has been this big high pressure ridge in the upper levels of the atmosphere that has kept things really, really toasty. Thankfully, we haven't been directly under it, but close enough to where it's been an issue for us with the heat. And of course, you factor in that humidity. Now, there are some storms here that are starting to billow up across the area, so we're going to be keeping an eye on those for you next few hours. The modeling was doing a terrible job earlier on, and I was pretty hopeful, or not hopeful, I was pretty confident that we would see more activity than what the models were showing earlier, and that's already starting to be the case. We're already starting to see a number of showers and storms around, particularly in the Panhandle right now, up in Clark and Washington County. We got this one that's going, we saw the temperature cool off here just a moment ago in Fairhope, and this is why, because they've had a storm move in right on the eastern shore. These are moving from west to east, so this is moving eastward. So if you're in Loxley, Robertsdale, Silver Hill, Summerdale, you're eventually going to get some of this rain because this is moving your way. But right now it's on the eastern shore. It's right in Daphne and Fairhope proper, so we're getting a pretty good amount of rain here. Nice, decent little shower. Helps to cool things off. It's hard to argue with that. That feels pretty good. Let's head on over to Okaloosa County. Whoa, what's that? Sorry. It's a little twitchy there. A little zoomed in a little bit too much. All right, so here we are north of Crestview around Campton, Cannontown. This one is, once again, moving eastward. Some heavy rain over in Walton County, but that's not moving towards our area. It's moving out of our area. And then we have some more rain up here in and around Grove Hill, Gosport, right up Highway 84. Once again, these are moving to the east. So eventually this will move into Monroeville and Beatrice here before too long. And we'll have more of these bubbling up as the day goes along. We're going to have a number of showers and storms, so just be wary of that. You could easily run into one. Temperature will stay in the low 90s for the rest of the afternoon unless you get rain, then it'll cool off a little bit. Let's hit the Futurecast, and let me get this up full screen so you can see it well. Like I said, the model's been doing a pretty poor job of the rain today, so I'm not seeing a whole lot, but more showing up. It shows a little bit more around 8 o'clock. So I think we'll see some more rain, obviously, than what the modeling is showing. Tomorrow morning starts off kind of quiet. Noontime, some spotty showers. This is tomorrow. 2 o'clock on your Thursday, spotty to scattered showers. 4 o'clock on your Thursday, spotty to scattered showers. 7 o'clock on your Thursday, scattered showers around the area. Pretty typical stuff coming up for tomorrow. So here's your planner. Now the planner does show some pretty good chances of rain through the day. It won't rain all day long, but the chances will be there for you to get a spotty shower or storm at basically any point tomorrow. Temperatures start in the mid-70s and they'll be in the mid-80s at lunchtime. At least the temperatures won't be so bad tomorrow because of the scattered storms, likely keeping our temperatures down, although we can still get to the low 90s if the rain holds off a little later. So I think our beach forecast is tomorrow's a little better than it looks there. We'll have some sunshine out there. Don't worry about it. If you want to head to the beach, go ahead. Low rip current risk next several days. But you will have to watch out for some pop-up showers and storms. But we know the drill there. If you hear thunder, you get off the sand, take some shelter for a little while, let it pass by. Good thing to do will be to download our Fox 10 weather app on your phone. It's got a great radar on it, and you can keep up with those showers and storms if you are down at the beach. All right, let's look at the tropics here. We are watching a couple of areas. We've got one area of disturbed weather that's south of Jamaica. That one's going to head over towards Central America and Mexico. Not the only game in town. A second area of disturbed weather out here in the far Atlantic. This would be early on in the season for something to develop out this far. So it's not likely to develop where it's at now. But once it approaches the islands of the Caribbean in about 4 or 5 days, then it has a better chance of trying to do some development. That's what the Hurricane Center has up. Basically only 10% the next couple of days for that one, but 40% over the longer term. The other one, it's going to be too close to land, Central America and Mexico, I think, to cause any issues or to strengthen. The only way that could impact anybody from our area is if you're on a cruise down to Cozumel or Cancun this weekend. They're probably going to be getting some rain off that system. So that would be the only way it impacts anybody from our area. The other one, like I said, so far out there at this point and so much to travel over to develop that one's a very low concern right now as well. So we got plenty of time to watch that. Let's put up the 7-day forecast. Scattered showers and storms next several days. Temperatures generally in the lower 90s, depending on how much rain we get on any given day and the timing of the rain. You know how it goes here at this time of year. If you get rain early in the day, and you continue to have some clouds and some off and on showers, we can stay sometimes in the 80s. But if we get, even a few hours in the middle of the day, say from about noon to about 4, where there's several hours there where we don't get any rain or there's not much cloud cover, then our temperatures will shoot up to the low 90s. So it just depends on all that with the actual high temperature. July 1st is Monday. You can see a pretty good chance of rain there. Going into next week, there's going to continue to be scattered showers and storms. Now, I know, I'm ripping you off here, right? Because Monday is July 1st, Tuesday 2nd, Wednesday's the 3rd. You want to see the July 4th forecast. So let me go ahead and do that for you. I'm not going to be mean. We'll get that up there. There it is on the 10-day forecast. You can see it's 95 degrees. And it shows fireworks on there, obviously, for the 4th of July. But you can also see that's a little thundercloud there. 30%, 40% chance of rain. Guess what? I could have given you that forecast 10 years ago. And the forecast 10 years from now, in 2034 on July 4th, will probably be just the same. Low to mid-90s, spotty to scattered storms in the afternoon. You don't need a meteorologist to tell you that. It's the same every year. The only thing that could really shake up our July 4th forecast, obviously, is if we get a tropical system. But July 4th is still pretty early in the season, and we don't get a whole lot in early July. So pretty rare. Maybe once every 20 years or so, our July 4th might be impacted by something tropical. So those other 19 years, it's going to be in the low to mid-90s with scattered showers and storms, mainly in the afternoon. We've gotten lucky the last several years. I can't remember the last time those storms, we've always had scattered storms in the afternoon, but I can't remember the last time that they impacted our fireworks shows in the evening. It's been a while. And we've been pretty lucky that they either fizzled out or they just haven't been in the areas where we've had the big fireworks shows. So that's been good the last several years. Fingers crossed it stays that way this year and that we could have a good 4th of July celebration. Once again, it's typical July 4th weather for us down here on the Gulf Coast. Nothing out of bounds, nothing unusual. It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid. There's going to be scattered showers and storms on July 4th. So you're making your plans. You're like, hey, man, I'm going to do a cookout. When's the rain going to come? I don't know, because there are pop-up showers and storms. Just do your cookout. Don't worry about it. If you hear thunder, go in for a little bit. Download our Fox 10 weather app. It's got a great radar on it. You could keep up with the storms there on the radar on your July 4th if you're out there. Got the kids on the slip and slide. You got the grill going, whatever you're doing. If you're out taking the boat out or something like that, just download our app. You can have that radar right there for you, and that'll help you out. I can't give you the exact timing that we're going to have storms on July 4th. I can guess. Probably going to have one right about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You know how it goes. So that's what we're looking at here for the long range. Once again, thank you so much for joining us here on our Fox 10 Digital Gulf